Now, you take away the biggest part of me.
Oh, serious?
Baby, please don't go.
Please don't go.
Hey guys, welcome back to the HUSTLR podcast. And today I'm super excited because I have one of my really close friends. I think I've known you for what, say
10 years?
10 years, 12 years. So his name is Jitz, and he's a full-time photographer, videographer, and he is actually one of the guys that I've convinced, to quit their full-time job and pursue their passion, and I'm very happy because he's doing really well right now. Okay, so I'm really excited to have him on the show. So we're just gonna have a casual conversation, on how his journey came to be, how his career came to be, right? Okay, so let's get started. Jitz, for the sake of our audience, why don't you start off with, just telling me more about yourself, like how
Okay.
yeah, what kind of family you grew up in,
Right.
and the career path that you've chosen, and where are you now?
Okay, my name is Jitz, if you didn't get it the first time. And I grew up in a below average family, I would say.
Okay.
So not very rich. I don't get everything I want.
Yep.
Everything that I own now, I bought it myself.
HUSTLR. Yep.
Yep. Then high school, uni, I went into aircraft engineering to study that. No, I studied A-levels first.
Right.
Then I went into aircraft engineering.
Yep.
Then I started working in Asia for about 5 years.
Right. Okay, but how did you discover photography and videography?
Oh, actually, I started photography when I was very young,
How old were you?
about 9, 10.
What? Like a kid, like 9,
Like
10
a kid,
years old?
yeah. I would steal my auntie's camera, and I would go out and shoot, then I edit photos, then I post it somewhere.
Like where?
Like those days is, what do you call it? Friendster?
Friendster.
No, before that, I think MySpace.
MySpace, right? Really old school.
Yeah. So I would post them there, but nobody will like it, so I just continue what I did.
Why did you continue doing that? Like just very curious.
I don't know, I just love it. Like during my travels with my family, I would be the one taking all the photos and I would edit them and just show them.
Right.
I don't
you
show
started
anybody else.
From what, 9, 10 years old?
Yeah.
So-
and I don't have a camera back then, so I would steal my auntie's one.
Right. So, So is it correct for me to say that taking photos, beautiful photos and nice videos, is that your passion? Is that something that you really love doing?
I would say yes, but beautiful photos, maybe not. I just take what I love.
Right. So what are the stuff that you love?
I'm into street photography, so during my travels I would shoot street photography, people, architecture,
Right.
stuff like that.
Cool. So you mentioned that after college you went into getting an aircraft engineering license, is it?
Yeah, I was about to get it.
Right. Then what happened?
Then I felt like it's a struggle to go to work.
Right. You feel tired.
I feel tired. Like I used to shower before I go to work.
Okay.
So after like 4 years plus, then I start going to work like shit. I wake up like 5 minutes before work time. Then I'll just rush. Then I'll go work late every day.
So what happened in between like that? Before that 4-year mark, before you had to shower every morning before going to work. And
Okay,
then
so I was
showering.
juggling between So I was juggling between 3 jobs at the same time.
3 jobs? Okay.
Yeah, so Asia was one, and I was doing a bazaar for my girlfriend's sister
Yep.
part-time, and I'm also doing photography and videography part-time.
I see.
So all together at the same time.
Right. Do you still do that bazaar thing?
Not no more, not now.
So now you're just full on.
Yeah.
Right. So what made you take that leap, you know? Like, did you feel afraid at all, you know? Shit, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I don't know whether I can sustain myself in the future, and also maybe the next month, I don't know.
Right.
So I was afraid of that, but I'm more afraid of like, what am I going to do for the next 30 years? Am I going to do this same tiring job that I'm doing every day now, that I'm struggling to go to for the next 30 years? That one I'm more afraid of.
Right. So you chose the smaller fear to
Yeah,
approach. Sorry.
I guess that fear is much bigger than this.
Wow. Okay. So how long have you been, you know, completely on your own now?
Completely on my own 1 year. It's going to be 1 year soon. I left my job in
So it's about
August. Yeah.
about 1 year lah. Do you still have that fear
Yeah,
that, you know,
definitely.
you don't know if your income is gonna come in the next month?
Yeah, definitely I still have it. But I think that is what drives me to be better every day in what I do, and also to sustain myself.
Have you had any months ever since you've quit your full-time job that happened, your fear happened at all?
Oh, touch wood, no.
Touch wood, no, huh?
Yeah, until
You know
now.
why? Because you're an amazing videographer and
Thank you,
photographer.
thank you.
Right. So what kind of gigs do you do as a freelancer now?
What kind of gigs? I started off doing weddings.
Right. This was during your part-time
Yeah,
period.
my part-time job, because in Asia I had this friend.
Mm-hmm.
He is an Indian wedding photographer.
Okay.
So one day he asked me like, "Hey Jitz, come help me out. I'm too busy with my schedule and stuff. Come help me out for one shoot. Then I'll see how you go. Then maybe you can work with me in the future." So I say, "Okay lah. You don't need to pay me, because you don't know my work. I don't know your work. So you don't need to pay me. I just come and shoot for you."
Right.
So that was when I borrowed a camera, and I started my first gig,
Right.
shooting an Indian wedding. So that carried on for about 2 years plus, doing
Okay.
Indian weddings. Then I ventured into Chinese weddings. Then now mostly corporate advertisements, product.
Right. What sort of companies have you worked with so far?
So far, Google, Tiger, McKellen, a lot of real estate companies
Right.
like Sam Dabi, UEM. So yeah.
Okay. That's about it. So how has your income transformed from before you went all into going into freelance,
Yeah.
and before that, like if you don't mind me asking, you know, how has your income doubled or tripled or anything like that?
Averagely, I would say probably double, triple sometimes.
Double, triple sometimes. So let's say
Of my-
2.5 times
Yeah,
on average.
yeah.
Right. So why do you still have that fear that?
I don't know, because this is not something that is, stable income that you get every month.
Right.
Like if you work in a proper company, that you get stable income. This is
I see,
whether
like predictable every
Yeah.
month I'm going to get this amount.
Yeah.
For example, I see.
So-
But have you ever had a month in the past year that you earn less than before you quit?
no.
No. Are you happy about that?
I'm happy of what I'm doing. So money is not the first thing that I think of. If money was the first thing, I would never have quit my job.
Wow, really? Why? Because of its stability?
Yeah.
But you have been consistently making more over the past year, even though it's your first year.
Yeah.
And as you improve, I personally believe that your income is going to grow as you become a more established freelancer.
I hope.
It's not hope, man. Like, you're definitely going to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like your work. So
Thank you.
Jitz, he helps me out with setting up all this kind of stuff for the podcast and all that. He's my go-to guy when I need to record anything. So I know the quality of your work, and I believe that you should have a lot more confidence in yourself. I mean, do you feel more confident now than when you just started?
Yeah, definitely. After all the jobs that I've done, definitely more confident now.
Right. So that anxiety has also gone down a little bit, you think?
Yeah, like I don't really care what other people say about my work now.
Right.
Than
Because
before.
you know
Yeah.
your shit now, right?
Now it's just like I do my work. I've done my part. I like it. It's my style, so yeah.
Right. So does this give you the satisfaction that you want, expressing yourself creatively like this?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So have you ever met like a really horrible client? Because as a freelancer, you would have to work with clients, right? Have you worked with? Do you have any horrible experiences when working with clients?
Horrible, no. But hard to manage, yes.
Like, can you elaborate a little bit more about that?
Like, let's say a video.
Uh-huh.
This is their proposal. They wanted to do this video.
Yep.
And I do it accordingly.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, they will say like, hey, please revise this, please revise that. After 10 revisions, they come back to the first one.
Oh shit. That
So,
sounds
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
So do you bill extra for stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. After 3 revisions, I usually do 3 revisions for free.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, extra charges.
I see. Cool. So
Because in client's mind, they want everything to be inside. Let's say a poster. They want every single information that they have to be inside. So let's say they have a website of like 5 different pages. They want information from that 5 different pages to be in one poster.
right.
Nobody will read it.
I see.
It's a congested mess. What you want in a poster is like simple information that people can understand within 2 seconds.
Right. The first impression.
Yeah.
I see. So what tips would you give to say newer freelancers when managing tough clients like that? Because I know like client management is a huge part when it comes to freelancing, right? What kind of tip would you give?
Definitely charge extra for extra revisions.
Know your worth, okay?
Yeah, know your worth. Make sure you charge accordingly. And I think that's about it.
Charge accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be afraid to charge more if you require that
Yeah.
time. Okay. makes
Nobody has enough budget for your work.
sense. Right.
That's what I learned.
What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate?
Let's say you code a video for, let's say, 8,000.
Uh-huh.
They will definitely say, we don't have budget for that 8,000.
Okay.
No matter what work you do.
Right.
Let's say it's the first time lah. No matter what work you do, 8,000, they're gonna say no.
Okay. So what's your strategy when dealing with that kind of stuff?
I usually tell my price because I know my work, how much work I have to put in, how much time I have to put in one video. So if you can't pay for it now, I would say maybe in the future when you have that budget, we can work something out.
I see.
I don't usually force them to like, or I don't usually reduce my price to a certain level that I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
So yeah.
So quick question. Do you get recurring clients most of the time, or is it newer clients that make up bulk of your income?
Mostly recurring clients and also friends of clients.
Referrals,
yeah.
So is that how you mainly get your income? Like
Yes, because I hardly do any marketing
I see.
towards my brand.
But people talk about you because
I don't know.
But people has to talk about you. If not, like how would you get referred, right?
Yep.
So deliver awesome work that people like, so that
Yes.
they talk to other people about you. Word of mouth marketing.
Yes.
Fantastic. Cool, man. Like, so you did mention that, everything you own now,
Yeah.
you bought it on your own, and you didn't have any gear to start off with, and we all know how much, photography and videography gear costs. So how much have you spent on upgrading your gear and stuff like that?
Right
Roughly.
until now,
Right until now.
say 100K.
100,000?
Yeah,
Holy shit. Wow.
100,000.
So how do you plan out all these purchases? Like,
I don't plan my purchases. So,
okay.
so when my gears are, I feel like
Due for an upgrade.
due for an upgrade, I would go for it.
I see. So do you have a specific, like if you make $100,000, how much money does it go to your gear fund
No.
kind of thing? No? It just,
I don't do it for now. I used to do it like 20% I have to save for my gears for future upgrades.
why don't you still do that? Just curious.
Because I think I have enough now to do whatever that I need, and I don't foresee myself upgrading any of my gears
For the next?
for the next 1-2 years.
1-2 years. Okay. Cool, man. It's really nice chatting with you. So we're coming towards the end of the episode. So I just want to, since I'm not a freelancer, right? If you can turn back time and start all over again, what would you have done differently? At any point.
I would have quit my job at a younger age.
Okay. To pursue what you're doing now.
Yeah, either that or I pursue fully in what I truly love.
And get really good at it.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Okay.
part of me is regretting that I started this at the age of 29 where I quit my job. 28, sorry.
28.
I quit my job. So I wish I could start photography and videography at the age of 18, 19.
Reason being?
I have more energy and also more capacity to learn when I'm that young, and I don't have much commitment, so don't have to be scared of anything.
Right. But you have nothing to worry about now, even. Let me tell you that. So if one of our listeners were considering going full-time freelance photography or videography,
Yep.
what is one advice that you can give to that person?
Just do whatever you like. Shoot like you mean it.
Do whatever you like
Yeah.
and shoot like you mean it. Anything else you want to add on?
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah,
Yes.
just follow your passion.
Follow your
You'll never go wrong.
Okay, cool stuff, man. Thank you so much, Jitz, for
Thank you.
coming onto the show. He's usually a really shy guy, and it took me months of convincing to get him on the show. So really, really happy to finally do it now. Okay, so guys, that's the end of this episode. If you like what you see on this episode, please subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your friends who's aspiring to be a photographer, videographer, or any freelancer, because I think what Jitz has shared with us today is should be quite helpful to their journey, okay? And once again, thank you, Jitz. Thanks everyone for listening / watching, depending you're on YouTube or listening to the podcast episode. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, okay? And if you guys need any, say, wedding photography, actually, here's a slot for self-promotion.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Elias_LEJIT, legit with a J.
Okay, so this is Jitz Lin from Jitz slim photography, okay? Oh yeah, and we'll be putting the link down below so you can check Jit's workout, okay? Bye!
Peace.